A noticeable increase in temperatures across the entire state, but we'll start with Anchorage, where our current temperature is 16, but we still, with those northeast winds, are feeling a bit of wind chill. So it feels more like temperatures are into the single digits. But here's what it looks like across Anchorage right now. Jay Bear at 16, Eagle River at 10, a little bit warmer at Upper Dearman, where they have 14 degrees. Again, we're in for a big change. This is the high in Anchorage today, so we're still way below our average of 23 and 13 overnight, just a tad bit above our average. But as I mentioned earlier, the entire state is really cold. Fairbanks at 22 toward 28 degrees below, and that was the high for today. They will also see a warm up, or Fairbanks is also in for a great warm up and maybe even some snow. But for now, winter storm warning for the for the parts of the upper North Gulf Coast and parts of the northern southeast panhandle, where the winter storm warning could bring 4 to 6 inches of snow and gusty winds. At least tonight, Yakutat, Haines, and Skagway for the interior, an advisory. So gusty winds for the Dalton Highway, and then for the Richardson Highway, blowing snow with gusts about 60 miles per hour. And of course, the worst of it is in the Thompson Pass area near Valdez, where there's a winter weather advisory. So anywhere up to 18 inches of snow could fall in that area. Here's a look at the possibles according to our weather forecast. It's the eastern Kenai Peninsula looking at the heaviest snowfall, lighter amounts on the other side of the mountain. So the windward side of the mountains getting the brunt of it, the leeward getting a little bit less. So, but snow is definitely in the forecast. Unfortunately, as our temperatures are warming, a lot of this snow is going to turn to rain before it's all over. And we have yet another storm headed our way on Monday. So right now, our temperatures are still bitter cold. Fairbanks looking at 30 degrees below zero right now. Double digits for McGrath, Northway, all the way up to Utqiagvik and Deadhorse, and quite the opposite for the Alaska Peninsula and the southeast. Now, when you factor in the winds, it feels a lot colder. Anativik Pass at 43 below, Fort Yukon at 39 below. So what we're seeing is all of the active weather toward the south, and then we have a couple of lows that are moving up, and the front is pushing in, and we're seeing wraparound moisture for the southern coastline. So all of the areas along the southern coastline will see all the wet weather, and you can see the snow, a little bit mixed rain. And as the temperatures warm, we could start with snow, then it could turn to rainfall for the entire southern coastline, all the way to the southeast. The North Gulf Coast looking at the worst. Snow with 1 to 4 inches of snow for the southeast, rain and wind, gusty winds again for Skagway and Yakutat for the interior, increasing temperatures. So that's nice that things will warm up a bit, but the clouds will also be on the increase. Wind chill still to 60 below for Fort Yukon. Also cold on the North Slope, where it's still dark. Sub-zero temperatures for daytime highs and overnight lows across western Alaska. A little bit of sunshine and temperatures warm up slightly, but those wind chills still down to 25 below for Galena. Clouds move in for Bethel, as do the winds. And the winds and rainy weather also continue for the Aleutians. The southeast will see an increase in those clouds with gusty winds at Homer and Kodiak. And again, the brunt of the snow and heavy snowfall will fall over Prince William Sound. Notice the increase in temperatures. Mat-Su, you'll stay below freezing and overnight still into the single digits, but the warm up continues. Girdwood, a nice change with snowfall, at least 1 to 3 inches for your Sunday. Extended forecast, the snow could turn to a mixture of freezing rain and snow throughout the week. Fairbanks is also looking at an increase in temperatures with a chance of snow throughout the week on into Saturday. Tracy?
That doesn't look too bad. Back in the mid-20s for Fairbanks?
Yes.
A little bit warm in Anchorage, but
Yeah.
we'll deal with that. Okay, thanks, Christina.